Kristin Cavallari is exposing secrets from MTV's The Hills that as a millennial, I always wanted to know. She's starting out with her very first episode on the show. You may remember that a few years ago, Kristin Cavallari joined Stephen Colletti for a Back to the Beach podcast. Well, Kristin is now doing the same thing with MTV's The Hills, and she's starting off with the first episode that she took over, which was Spencer and Heidi's wedding. Kristin revealed that Adam DeVello, producer of The Hills, actually approached her pretty often in the early seasons about coming on the show. She said he was throwing a lot of money her way, but she always turned it down because it was Lauren Conrad's show. She didn't want to come on, light a fire, and then leave, and she was doing it out of respect for Lauren. But once Lauren was leaving the show, she said that changed things. It was an amount of money that she could not turn down. However, Kristin says that at the time it was a hard decision for her to make. She was getting into acting, and while she hadn't been in anything huge, she was working. She knew that taking reality television again would be making a hard left turn. It was basically kissing an acting career goodbye, and she would have to capitalize on this. She also says that she enjoyed rewatching The Hills much more than she enjoyed rewatching Laguna Beach. With Laguna Beach, she was kind of this kid getting taken advantage of, whereas with The Hills, she was obviously smarter about reality television, and she knew this character that they wanted her to play. Now, on the wedding episode, it seems like Kristin just walks in late into the church. She's the last one to arrive. In reality, Kristin was one of the first people there, and MTV just held her back for her big reveal. The only people who knew that she was going to the wedding were Heidi and Spencer. All of the rest of the cast had no clue that Kristin was coming onto the show, even Lauren Conrad. So all of their reactions were real. Kristin was instructed to sit next to Justin Bobby in between him and his friend. She says it's obviously something that she would never do in real life, walk into a wedding and just sit between two people. At the time, she had no idea that this was actually MTV setting her up for this love triangle with Justin. In fact, there was actually a break between filming of The Hills this episode and the next episode. During that break, there were a lot of tabloid rumors about Kristin Cavallari going for Justin Bobby and Audrina not liking Kristin. Kristin reveals that her and Audrina actually spoke about this, and both realized that this was the storyline that MTV was trying to produce on The Hills. They both agreed that they wouldn't feed into this story, they wouldn't play along, but obviously that all went out the window on the next episode. Outside of everyone not knowing that Kristin was going to be there, she says there were a few things that were real about this episode. Her and Lauren Conrad really did accidentally show up in the same color dress. The Hills didn't tell Kristin what to wear, and Kristin actually really did catch the bouquet. She does reveal, though, that the wedding was kind of a last-minute thing for MTV, as this was kind of their way to dip her in. I will definitely be tuning in for Kristin's next episode of her podcast because I am so curious to hear more about her relationship with Audrina.